Hey guys, I'm here in the White Void for you all, and I'm here to just give a quick channel update, and mainly about Johann Birch stuff, which is why I'm not, doing this from my webcam or showing gameplay footage, whatever. Anyways, real quickly, just want to say that the Outer Wilds video that I am currently working on is basically done, but it's still probably not going to come out for like a few weeks maybe, because I really just want to wait for all the Hollow Knight bullshit to just wash over. If you don't know, YouTuber made a video on my Hollow Knight video that was made 2 years ago, which attracted a lot of attention to it, and then Silksong got a release date, attracting even more attention to it, and so a bunch of people are just coming to that video, leaving comments and whatnot, and then some few individuals are coming to my modern videos and just dislike bombing them. So it's dumb, it's stupid, it's immature, whatever. I'm just gonna wait for it all to blow over, but yeah, that's the situation. That's why it's going to take a while for the Outer Wilds video to come out, or any of my other videos, really. I just want to wait for this whole situation to blow over. But moving on, I want to talk about the next Johann Birch project, because if you don't know, I like to write books every now and then under the name Johann Birch, because that's my name. And I'm finally happy to announce that Book 3 of the Johann Birch saga is pretty much done. Very few tweaks need to be made to it, and that book is this book right here. It is called To Whom It May Concern. As you can see, this is just a proof copy. That was a weird creak from my chair. And here I have the first proof copy, and you'll notice one very noticeable difference between the two to explain why on earth they took so long to, this one took so long to make, and that is, as you can see, the second proof copy is about double the length. So in August of 2023, What's Your Problem came out. April of 2024, we had Hold On a Minute. And this was almost done when Hold On a Minute came out, honestly. It had like a few chapters left, and then the revised stage and all that. And I was going to release it as a small little novella, but things happen. So originally it was going to be just a short little sweet little novella that would be a fun, like, 2-hour long read, in all honesty. But then I was like, okay, I want to try traditionally publishing it. And turns out that people hate traditionally publishing novellas. Unless you are a well-established author beforehand, chances are you are not going to get published at all if it is below novel length. So that really sucks. And also, not to be like edgy or lame, but like my writing style is very different from what is traditional in this current time, and it is just not good to have. The whole book, I'd say, is fine, but when you take it out of context into the sample pages that I would send, it would come across as shit, because they wouldn't realize that this internal dialogue of the main character is meant to come off as childish, because he is a very childish main character. Which brings me to the plot summary. Much like my previous two books, this one is very humor focused. It's going to be a very funny, just like not really super deep story. It's just going to be a fun time. And the back reads, follow the unnamed postal clerk protagonist in this unusual journey as he spirals into madness, bored out of his mind at his job. The only remedy to his boredom that he's found is to do what any sane person would do. Open and read the letters of unsuspecting United States citizens. Embark on the mad adventure of humor and a severe lack of wit that author Johann Birch has prepared for you. So as stated before, the story of this book is about a postal clerk who reads other people's letters, which, if you don't know, is a federal crime. This idea just stemmed from me just thinking, like, me literally seeing my mom receive a letter in the mail that had unusual handwriting, and I just really wanted to read it, and I really just wanted to snoop in it. And I was thinking, like, I would be a terrible postal clerk. And then I thought, like, okay, like, they probably use machines nowadays, so, like, if I was a postal clerk in, like, the 80s or something, then I would be a terrible postal clerk. Which is why this book takes place vaguely in, like, 70s, 80s-ish. Now, I'm announcing it right now to sort of just kind of let you know what's going on, and also to maybe build up hype, but it still will not be out for a little bit, because again, I want the Hollow Knight stuff to just blow over, and also I like to release my books along with a slew of YouTube videos relating to books because one, they're quick and easy to make, and two, they are great marketing. So I haven't made any of those yet, and also I still haven't even registered it for copyright. I will probably before I publish this video, but I still need to register it with copyright. Still a few more tweaks I need to iron out, so on and so forth. But to sort of generate hype, I have 5 books here that sort of inspired To Whom It May Concern, that I take inspiration from. So if you are at all interested, maybe try checking out these books in the meantime. These books are Post Office by Charles Bukowski. This is the funniest book I've ever read, and it's about a postal clerk, though it is much different in tone because it is semi-autobiographical. The next one is Poor Things by Alistair Gray. There is a movie. The movie is very different from the book. The book is told through the perspective of memoirs and letters, which is why I find it a lot more interesting, and it is very weird and comical and witty, and there's also plenty of drawings. And I should mention, this book has plenty of drawings too. I'm trying to find a good one to show. There's plenty of drawings in this book as well. Like a lot of drawings. Next book inspiration is Wake Up Sir by Jonathan Ames. It is just a funny book that I sort of had a little bit of inspiration from with the humor style. Something that inspired the general internal monologue and prose of this book is The Catcher in the Rye, a classic. You probably had to read it in school, maybe so, maybe not. Either way, the main character, Holden Caulfield, of this book inspired the unnamed postal clerk protagonist in this book, in terms of the way he talks and sort of processes things in his mind. And lastly is probably the most unsuspecting for inspirations of a book about a man committing a federal crime, but it is the Selected Discourses and writings of Epictetus. That's how it's pronounced, by the way. I said Epictetus. It is Epictetus. He was a Greek philosopher, and I was told that this book is a good introduction into Stoicism, and I read it. And some of the ideas in this book I reflected in my book, but in a much more strange way. So yeah, that's just to build hype and just to let you know what's going on with Johann Birch and this channel as a whole. But now I want to let you know what's going on with Johann Birch as a whole, because there's some things that happen. Because if you go on my Amazon page right now, you will probably notice that my other 2 books that are already out, What's Your Problem and Hold On a Minute, are currently out of stock. I unpublished them for a specific reason, and I'll tell you about it, and don't worry, they are coming back. To put it simply, they did not sell well at all. What's Your Problem has a total of I want to say 17 sales, and Hold On a Minute has 6 sales. Not 16, not 60, 6. 6 sales. So, needless to say, that was very demotivating, but whatever. I wouldn't even call them good books, but I'm still glad I did it because I dipped my toes in the water. I know the process more, and I would say that To Whom It May Concern so far is my best book that I've fully written. I'm getting better with each attempt, and that matters to me. Now, do not worry. I simply took them down because I was a little embarrassed of them. Admittedly, I'll admit that. And also, I took them down because I wanted to completely reevaluate my aspirations and goals as a person who makes creative media, as someone who makes YouTube videos, as someone who writes books, as someone who originally wanted to be nothing more than a rock star before realizing that I suck at writing music and I'm only okay at bass and guitar. No, I still want to write, still want to make books. Let's get this straight. And also, again, What's Your Problem and Hold On a Minute will come back up. They will go back up the same days that To Whom It May Concern will come up, right? What's Your Problem? We'll even get an edition too. This is the first paperback edition. You're going to get the second paperback edition, which has one minor change because, spoilers, I kind of disavow this book. It was my first attempt at writing. I wrote it in less than 6 months. And frankly, it has a lot of problems because I had an idea for a story. This is not that story. So I have considered maybe one day in the future I will go back to What's Your Problem and basically George Lucas it, but basically remake it in the original idea I had, with where the themes get more poignant, where there is no fluff or no nothing is too dramatically short, nothing is too dramatically long. The text will be properly sized and justified, because spoilers, this is just left-aligned text, it's not even justified. So yeah, I disavow this work. I'm still going to put it up for sale if you want to buy it, but I'm not proud of it. But I am proud that I made it, because again, I took that experience. I had the courage to write this and to actually publish it all by myself. I didn't have any help other than me and my computer, and I'm very proud of that. Hold On a Minute, on the other hand, like, yeah, there are some short stories and poems in here that I don't like, but for the most part, I do like it. I like Hold On a Minute, so it'll go back up. It's just down right now, so yeah. I took those down because I wanted to reassess the direction I want to go with my life as Johann Birch. Because honestly, I'm not saying nothing I'm saying in this video is set in stone. Okay, could very easily change. Anyway, I think after To Whom It May Concern comes out, that will be the last novel I make in a while. Because honestly, I just enjoy making short fiction way more, whether it be short stories or novellas or poems. I like that very, short, simple, to the point narrative way more than some grand, epic shit. It's very rare that I like a book that's over 250 pages. It's not me. So personally, I'm going to take a step back from the longer, more grand stuff, and I'm going to focus on short stories instead. Which is why after To Whom It May Concern, the next book that comes from Johann Birch will most definitely be another collection of short stories. Now, am I saying that I will never make something that is absolutely fucking massive in novel size? No. The future is not set in stone. My mind will definitely change one day, probably. But for now, I want to reevaluate what I want as a writer, what I want to do. I know I want to do short fiction. I don't know if I necessarily want it to be, still humorless or have a lot of substance to it while still retaining humor, or just completely having a lot of substance and no humor at all so you can focus on the themes I want to convey. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. So after To Whom It May Concern drops, I'm going to take a pause on all Johann Birch stuff until I figure it out. So I can't guarantee there will be another book within the next year or 2 or 3, but I can guarantee you that at the very least, To Whom It May Concern will most likely be coming out this year. If not this year, very early next year. Okay? It is very close to coming out. Again, want the Hollow Knight shit to blow over. I need to make videos to just go along with the marketing campaign, and I need to register it with the Copyright Office, which is really easy, and I will probably do it before I upload this video. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Get excited for this, I guess. Sorry that it has taken me so long to make anything book-related in a while. Again, be excited for the Outer Wilds video. That's basically done. It'll be out pretty soon. And yeah, thank you for watching and listening to me ramble like this, and I'll see you later.